Well, hey guys, yeah, hey, darn it, what's going on out there today? Hey, it's Brent Abel here, webtennis.com with another episode of the daily January 2025 Fundy, as in fundamental, as in when you master the fundamentals of the game of tennis, guess what? That's the advanced stuff. That's it. That's the answer to the whole thing. There's no magic anything past mastering the fundamentals. Because when you do that, you become a really consistent shot maker. When you become a consistent shot maker, you can trust what you're about to do because you've got clarity on shot choice. You've got clarity on where to move to next, court positioning wise. That's all that you need. That is the advanced stuff. Now, mastering the fundamentals, is it like a light switch you just turn on and off? No, it's not. It's something you got to work on. And lots of times, mastering the fundamentals, yeah, it's a little boring. Okay, so what? But at least you know you're on the path. That when you do that, when you stick it out, when you see it through to master those few fundamentals, not only of swing tech, but tactically, in terms of shot choice and core position, and also mentally as well. And let's not forget the fundamental we got to have in fitness, right? You got to get the kitchen right, right? What's the diet that's going to help fuel you? What's the diet that's going to help you recover? And spending time in the gym, and spending on the time on the court, all that good stuff is definitely a fundamental of the game. Master all those things, and yeah, man, you're going to be darn good. Look, today's message is the magic question. I got this question way back in the day, and really kind of gave me some clarity in terms of what I was actually doing out there on the court in relation to what my opponent was good at, what my opponent was average at, what my opponent might be weak at, or maybe what my opponent was doing to me that I needed to adjust. And so the magic question is who's doing what to whom, right? Before we get into that today, look, if you've not yet checked out my course, there's a link right down below in the description area. The 5 mini mindset skills training that if you're playing tight or you're getting nervous or anxious at any point during the match, but especially at the end of sets or the end of the match. Look, the confidence code for building mental toughness to help you get through those times gets built first off the court. You just can't figure this stuff out in a match on the fly. No, you got to do some training. And look, this course I've got for you is really simple, easy to do. Anyone can do. It just takes a little discipline to do it. But our 5 mini mindset skills. Right down below, there's a link. When we're done today, I want you to click it and check out what I've got for you in that course. Look, who's doing what to whom? I played a match last week in Naples, Florida. Went down there to play the tournament. My first tournament in probably a year and a half. And if you looked at the episode a couple of episodes ago, I talked about, hey, let's relabel choking. Let's actually make it something different, which is simply it's just a lack of discipline when we get to the end of the sets or matches when we've got a lead or when we've built up a pretty good sizable lead in a set and we just don't get through the finish line on that set of the match. Look, I don't think it's really choking. Choking is not a word I like. It's really much more about it's just lack of discipline of how we think between points. And one of the things that we've got to be able to do is the reality that like our opponent, you might get a great lead out there, as I did in the semifinals against my doubles partner. I jumped out to after losing the first set, I made an adjustment, and I then, after losing the first set, made the adjustment, jumped out to a 5-1 lead, and didn't recognize that my opponent had made a slight adjustment himself. And what that adjustment was rather than standing right on top of the baseline looking for another drop shot from me, they backed up a little bit, about 2 feet, because I'd gone from working the backhand, which clearly did not work against this guy, to probing over over the forehand side, and that worked. I got some free points. I ended up, whatever, jumped out to a 5-1 lead, and he made a simple court positioning adjustment. He moved back a couple of feet, so balls weren't landing right there, and he's having to pick up a tough on the rise forehand. He backed up. Now he gave himself a little space, a little room, and just stopped missing. And I did not recognize, I did not answer the question, who's doing what to whom, right? And in this case, he made the adjustment, and so look, there's going to be that reality that when you jump out to a lead, or that you've sized up a guy and now you're getting a shot pattern that's really working. They're eventually, if they're smart, they're going to make an adjustment. Sometimes the adjustment's really obvious, and you can work from there, and decide what to do based on that adjustment. But sometimes it's really subtle, and you've got to be aware, right? So the between points time is your opportunity. As I was up 5-1, maybe now I'm starting to lose a game or two. I'm not winning as many points. I'm not getting as many free points. And look, I'm going to give myself a break. Hadn't played a tournament in a year and a half, and my lack of discipline between points, meaning answering this question, who's doing what to whom? I really wasn't asking the question, and I needed to be. And so, look, I hope this has been helpful. Any questions, I want to know down below. Any comments, any remarks, any feedback? Yeah, and questions. I love to read them and respond. Let me know down below in the comments area. And look, as I mentioned at the top, if you've not checked out my 5 mini mindset skills training course, it's a 28-day course. We systematically go through these five mindset skills, during those 28 days to keep you organized and on track. Normally, this is a $197 course, but right now it's just 77 bucks during the month of January of 2025. There's a link right down below. Right down below. Yeah, click it and you can get signed up and get started right away. So, guys, look, hope this has been helpful today. Who's doing what to whom? Great question. And when you get really skilled at answering that question, and it's basically, what's that player over there doing to you that's either helping you or that's maybe causing problems for you? And if it's causing problems for you, what do you need to do to adjust? Right? The more you ask that question and the more you probe with different answers to find out a solution to that question, the faster that you become a much better tennis player. All right, guys, it's time. We all got to get out there. We got to help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, I'll see you again next time.